I literally just went searching for you. I thought your account got taken. Nikki, there are 2 other accounts linked in my bio along with my YouTube channel. So you can click on my profile and click on my other accounts. They're linked in my bio. You can follow them just in case this one gets taken. Big up yourself, Shay. Big up Flexi. Thank you, Nikki. And please subscribe to my YouTube. It's also in my bio. I appreciate it. Jersey, big up. Kenny. Who did I miss? All right, everybody. I got everybody. Shay, everybody. I got everybody. Hey, Emma. All right, ladies and gent. Let's get to it. Guys, I fell asleep. I was exhausted, man. I was exhausted. I was seriously exhausted. I wanted to come on earlier. I'm okay, Shay. Hope you are too. Thank you, Kenny. Let me know what's been going on with the kids. Let me know what's been going on. Big up yourself, Life Supposo. Good to see you, brother. You see, they don't want those special ed classes because they want the autistic kids. Big up Candy. Big up Based. No problem, Shay. They want the autistic kids to be transgender, Kenny. That's why they're removing special ed classes. They want those children with learning disabilities or developmental or cognitive disabilities to identify as trans. Canada is fucked. I'm sorry, but it's the truth. If you guys don't get Trudeau out, pedophilia will be a legal sexual orientation. Thank you, Candy. Thank you, baby. I know, Kenny. I know. Big up yourself, Jenny Pooh. How you doing, my baby? You guys need to get Trudeau out. Trudeau is a pred, in my opinion. He's a disgusting predator, in my opinion. And he gay. We all know he gay. That's why he pushes the alphabet community so much. Disgusting. I don't like him at all. All right, let's see if we can get some conversation going. TikTok is filtering your comments, Nikki. TikTok filters your comments. If you're saying something that they don't like, it won't come on in the comment section. That's why I'm seriously considering going over to Twitter, because I think that I'll get a lot of followings on Twitter. Everywhere I go, people like me, you know, unless they're possessed with demons. But I think I'll make, you know, some moves on Twitter. Yeah, it's very sensitive, Sabrina, and it's too restrictive. I can't deal with it anymore. Sometimes I don't want to get on here. It's just that I know there's nobody on the app speaking the way that I speak. Big up yourself, Funny Bone. Yeah, but they're very sensitive on here, Nikki. TikTok is very sensitive. Only the trannies can say what they want. Only them. They can say what they want, how they want it. No ramifications. Big up yourself, Chaz. Good to see you, my baby. Yeah, I come on, but I'm tired of TikTok. I'm gonna make an account. Thank you, Angel. Thank you. I'm gonna make an account just for Tickety Talk. I do have a Twitter, but that's kind of like my personal Twitter. I'm gonna make one for the followers on Tickety Talk. Thank you, CSB. And don't forget that we're gonna have our Discord. Don't forget that we're gonna have our Discord. We're going to have the Twitter. It's going to be good things, guys. And make sure you guys subscribe to the YouTube, because we will be doing lives on YouTube talking about this and getting people to join the Discord to hop on and have, a conversation. Yeah, the Discord is going to be litty. Big up yourself, One Detainer. Good to see you, sister. Andrea, big up yourself. CSB, my baby. Big ups to your dad, Kenny. Big ups to your dad. Pum Pum Queen. Yes, Chaz. Clean Pum Pum Queen. Put clean in front of it, please. Yeah, he's so... Listen, Dean is a twink. Dean is a twink. All the men that started that group talking about straight white men for Kamala, none of them are straight. You guys know it, and I know it. Joshua Pooh, how you doing, my baby? You guys know it. Dean, Harry, Parker, none of them are straight white men. Come on now, come on. Let's be serious here. Talking about white dudes for Kamala. They're all gay. Exactly, Jen. They're as straight as a freaking left turn. Talking about straight. Back door for Kamala, exactly. 8i Drive, how you doing? Dean is gay. Parker gay. Harry gay. All of them. I don't know the other one's name, but we know he's gay too. Big up yourself, Leaning. And we know it. Everybody knows that Dean isn't straight. You know, you don't even have to question. He puts on this macho bravado, but we know he's the little boy that never got his father's approval. His father never told him that he's proud of him. His dad never told him that he loved him. You know what I mean? And his dad chastised him for being weak and a crybaby because he took on to his mom more than his dad. And now he feels as if he has to put on this macho bravado. He goes to the gym, he works out, but we know he watches Tronic Horn and beats his meat. Let's be honest. Nothing about him is macho. Nothing about him. He's an angry little twink. Am I lying? Smiley face if I'm telling the truth. Smiley face if I'm telling the truth. Yes, Parker's sister is even a lesbian. And guess what? Parker's dad is a kook. I'm not lying. We all know. None of those men that organize are talking about white men for Kamala. Come on. They're all gay. Gay. It's not even a question. Did you guys know that I destroyed Parker on his own platform? He was left speechless. Did you guys know that? Go to my YouTube and watch the video, 2 parts, with me and Parker. I destroyed Parker. I destroyed Dean too. And he kicked me and blocked me. He kicked me and blocked me because he couldn't substantiate his argument. They're afraid to have conversations with me. They will never come on here and debate me. Thank you, Base. Thank you. Did you know that Parker blocked me after that? Did you know that? He blocked me after I destroyed him. He literally blocked me. They can't play with me on an intellectual level. None of them compete. Just because I hate when people throw around big words trying to make themselves feel smart. All they do is cast spells. Big up yourself, Dina, sister. Good to see you, beautiful. So good to see you. All they do is cast spells. That's all they do. Using big words. Yeah. Their bachelor's degree means nothing to me. That's all they do, Chaz. Listen, why would you need to go into the dictionary to look up another word for down? Why would you need to go to the dictionary to look up another word for across? And not only are you looking up another word for across, you want to use these elongated words. Instead of like across, you want to say what the fuck are you talking about? What are you talking? I'm getting, hold on. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Don't do that with me. Don't do it. It irks my spirit because the more, when you talk to people like that, they don't make any sense. Like, people praise Parker for being smart. And I had a conversation with Parker, and all Parker kept trying to do was to throw big fancy words in the conversation. And it's a good thing that I have a good vocabulary, right? But I still destroyed him. I don't like it because you're not smart. Stop pretending to be smart. It just proves my point that you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. And thus you have to make up words to try to sound like you know what you're talking about. I don't like it. It disgusts me. Living on Google. Thank you. Thank you, Django. Thank you, Funny Bone. Thank you, Josh. Thank you, ex-Canadian. Big up yourself, baby. Exactly, Chance. I don't like it. I don't know. None of them have requested yet. We're waiting on them. But I'm sure they're out there, trying to buy as much KY jelly before Trump takes office. They're afraid he will ban it. Jacob, are you coming in here to troll, Jacob? Jacob, come in the box. It seems you're from that side, Jacob. If you're from that side, Jacob, why are you here? Why are you here, Jacob? Didn't you ask that same question yesterday, sir? Do you want me to block you?
Please, no, this is my favorite show. Please don't block me.
But sir, you're coming in here trying to troll and you're not even doing it properly. Didn't you ask me that same question yesterday, sir?
Yeah, I forgot what you said.
Yeah, well, maybe you can ask Google.
Okay. Please don't block me.
Ask Google. Hey, Jesse, how you doing, baby?
So just go to Google and ask what is pick up yourself?
Type in Google what is Byron Christie, and it will give you the definition of pick up yourself.
Byron Christie?
Yes, type in Byron Christie. And then you'll see the Crypt Keeper come up with the perfect description of what pick up yourself is. The live is for educational and entertainment purposes. We don't tolerate bigotry, hate, transphobia, homophobia, or heterophobia. No harassment or bullying is being perpetuated on this live, nor do we condone it. The live is for educational and entertainment purposes only. They always want to come in trolling, but it never hits. I don't know. Their sense of humor is dry, like Christie's Punani. Yes, I'm hot for the next 4 days. God is good. We love to hear it. We love to hear it. Is there anybody who disagrees with the background? Is there anybody that disagrees with the background? Mikey, what's good, brother? How are you?
I'm all right. How you doing with your sexy self?
Oh, I'm doing okay. I rested. I was so tired, man.
Oh, yeah, you got to get your rest. You're not a robot. But yeah, I was thinking, maybe I should start up a GoFundMe so I can help save Christie's business. Christie is going out of business in the worst way. She's a bad business owner. She does bad business and she mismanages her funds like Kamala's campaign, right? So we need to help Christy. If you have a dollar if you have a dollar and you want to help out poor, starving Christy with her stupid ass and save her shitty business, send me $1 to my Cash App. It's Mike Larry Broham with the dollar sign in front, okay? And I will single-handedly save Christy's world. All right, but send the money to me because she's just going to mismanage it. She's probably going to smoke up all the money. Who knows what type of addiction she has, right? Look at her bad skin. Your body shows up. When you're not healthy, it shows off in your skin. And she's got a spotty body because all those freckles on her skin surface, and that can't be healthy. She's not the indicative sign of health, if you will. So, if you feel like helping out Christy, I know she has a lot of friends on TikTok. Just send me the Cash App, and I'll make sure that Christy gets the help that she needs, because she's really crusty right now.
Skin looking filled with liver spots. Oh my God, she looks so horrible. You see, they sent report bots to my account, to my lives for the past several days. They've been big up yourself, Daily Vibe. How are you, my beautiful sister? They've been sending report bots, but it backfired on them. It backfired, and they helped to boost my views. So I'm very grateful. Thank you, guys. Mwah, mwah. Oh wait,
Thank
scratch that.
you.
Yeah, no kisses for you because I don't want to get your herpes. But thank you from the bottom of my heart.
That's right. Spread love, not herpes. And she's most likely got those liver spots because she's abusing alcohol. I mean, who knows what type of damage her liver is taking.
Oh my Lord, Jeslyn, baby, big up yourself, my sister. Good up yourself.
And
Karina, big up
then,
yourself too.
and then who's that other guy who's not important who was trying to act like he was tough, but then couldn't give his address? Oh yeah, Cuddle Fart. Yeah, man, their whole team is a big joke. They tell lies and try to hire investigators and do all of that stuff. But I think most of that energy is focused on finding children. I think Christy and Cuddlefish and Raw Rib are kid diddlers, or they're in a trafficking group, if you will.
I don't put nothing past those germs. They're all germs. But you see how they try to get my life taken down by sending back reporters, but nobody wants to talk about that. They always want to make it seem as if I am the person that's bothering these people. I don't know any of these people's acts. I block all their accounts, but they still know my account because they stream my lives, and then they send report bots to try to get my life taken down. Make it make
And
sense.
then, even though you was doing all this lying on me, Christy, even when I found your address, because I have your address right now, like I didn't get on the internet and start putting your address out there. And it just shows that I'm better than you, bitch. And Shanta will always be better than you. If she was standing next to you, then you would suffer by comparison, Christy, because she's just that much better than you, bitch.
By far, she looked like my grandma, that old crinkly, wrinkly bitch. Talking about, I've been telling people for years. For years. I've been warning people. Bitch, you haven't even been on the app for years. You're such a liar, you barren old fart. You barren old fart. I've been telling people for years about my Dora. Bitch, you're such a liar. You're a liar. No wonder your man left you. And every man that you have to pay them to fuck you because nobody wants you. You're a reverse trick, dirty bitch.
And that's why.
Instead of getting paid to be diat down, you pay to be diat down. You're a trick. Go ahead,
And
Mike.
that's why I want to have our own community, because I don't want to be in proximity of them kid diddlers like that. Like all that lying and shit they did, all that racism they put out on, like they are bad people. They are not good people. I have to stress that over and over. They're not good people. And like Martin Luther King said, you have to judge people by the the content of their character. And based off the content of their character, they not shit.
Not even a pit toilet. They're not even a pit toilet. They're nothing. They're germs. Guys, there's no sexually explicit or vulgar language being displayed on this live. The live is for educational and entertainment purposes only. There's no harassment or bullying. There's no hate speech. There's no bigotry, right? The live is for educational and entertainment purposes only. Big up Aunt Lydia. How you doing, my baby? How you doing, Lydia Pooh? Miss y'all. Have you guys seen BMG? Is he okay? I messaged him on IG. I didn't get a response. Can you guys check in on him, please? Oh, thank you, ex-Canadian. Is there anybody that disagrees with the background? Do you want to come up and have a conversation? Go ahead, Mikey.
Nah, I'm going to drop so you can get the ops in, but I just wanted to tell you you're beautiful one last time because I was thinking it. And I love you, and I'm going to continue praying for you. And, yeah, man, stay strong. Keep doing your thing.
Mike, I love you
You
too, my
are a
darling.
queen.
Thank you, Mike. Thank you, brother. Love you too, my darling. And have a great day today. All right, and I appreciate you. All right. I want to read a Psalms. I don't know. I want to read a Psalms. Do you guys like reading the book of Psalms? As you guys know, my favorite book is the book of Job. I like the book of Jeremiah. And I like the book Ecclesiastics. I don't know. I love the book of Ecclesiastics. Love it. All right, I'm going to read a Psalms for you guys. Isn't Psalms 24 beautiful too? They don't like when we talk about Jesus. That's how you know that Christian are people, they're demonic. They hate Jesus. Can you believe that? They hate Jesus. They make fun of Jesus. Psalms 91. All right, I'll read Psalms 91 for you. Let me get it. I also like the book of Proverbs. The book of Proverbs is good. It teaches you wisdom. All right, I got to get my glasses for this, so give me a minute. Let me get my glasses because I'm blind. All right, so here we're reading Psalms 91. It says, "He that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. I will say to the Lord, He is my refuge and my fortress. My God, in Him will I trust. Surely He that delivered thee from the snare of the fowler and from the noisome pestilence. He shall cover thee with his feathers, and under his wings shalt thou trust. His truth shall be thy shield and buckler." You guys heard that? His truth shall be thy shield and thy buckler. I tell you that truth is love. That's why Christ said, "I am the way, the truth, and the life. And no man cometh to the Father except by me." See that? Thou shalt not be afraid for the terror by night, nor the arrow that flieth by day, nor the pestilence that walketh in darkness, nor the destruction that wasteth at noonday. 1,000 shall fall at thy side, and 10,000 at thy right hand, but it shall not come nigh thee. Only thine eyes shalt thou behold and see the reward of the wicked, because thou hast made the Lord, which is my refuge, even the Most High, thy habitation. All praises be unto the Most High God. All praises be unto the Most High God. I don't know if you guys understand what this means. Thou shalt no evil, there shall no evil befall thee, neither any plague come nigh thy dwellings. For he shall give angels charge over thee, to keep thee in all thy ways. They shall bear thee up in their hands, lest thou dash. They shall bear thee up in their hands, lest thou dash thy foot against a stone. This is the prophecy of Christ. Do you guys remember when Satan said to him and took him up to that high pinnacle and said, jump down, isn't it written that angel shall catch thee before thy foot touches a rock? That's the prophecy of Christ. Thou shalt tread upon the lion and adder. The young lion and the dragon shall thou trample under feet. Because he that set his love upon me, therefore will I deliver him. I will set him on high, because he that know my name, he shall call upon me, and I will answer him. I will be with him in trouble. I will deliver him and honor him. With long life will I satisfy him and show him my salvation. Exclusion for no reason is just hate. Cozy, you're free to come up. Cozy, I sent you an invite. Come on up and talk about it. Bree, big up yourself, my baby. D, nice, big up yourself as well. D, big up yourself. Oh, Jacob is an app. Oh, they're arguing with flags. No thanks, you're way too far gone. Cozy, you believe that a man can be a woman. If anybody's far gone, it's you. Big up Phoenix. Oh, it's Felix. How you doing, Felix? I'm doing good, Felix. Hope you are too. Long time no see. Jacob is a white dude for Kamala. Jacob is a white dude for Kamala. Yep. Cozy, do you want to come up? It's not me. I'm reading the comments. Read the comments, Jacob. Somebody said that. Yes, it brought them out of the woodwork. It did. It did determine. It did present moment. You're obsessed with them. Jaden, you're free to come up as well, Jaden. Trump hates women. Trump loves women. Don't you see how many baby moms he got? How you mean Trump hates women? How can Trump hate women when he got so many kids and he lives in Punani?
Hello.
Yes, it does have an impact on me. Hello, good day. How old are you?
Yeah, I'm 23. How are you? How do I pronounce your name?
It's not my name. My name is Shiloh, but you can call me Shantae.
Okay. Can you hear me? I have a
Yes, I can
ball.
hear you. I can hear you just fine. No, what are your qualms? Go ahead.
So I can't stay long because I'm doing my homework currently. I'm just genuinely curious. How does how anyone else chooses to live their life affect you?
Oh, when you're trying to live your life by erasing my existence. So if your life or your existence has to do with me being erased or my rights being impeded upon, it does affect me. So if
Who's
you're a
trying to
man,
erase? Who's trying to erase your existence?
oh, men in frocks. Men in frocks are trying to erase my existence by saying that I'm a social construct.
Um. Anyway, so
Big up Dominique.
you don't agree with AB?
With what?
I don't know if I can say that word, so I just say AB.
Abortion? No, I don't. I don't support murder of children. It's
Right.
not my thing.
So yeah, you don't support it, so that means you shouldn't have one.
I don't support it. That means I shouldn't have one. You don't have to tell me that. I would never unalive my children. I don't support it. So therefore, children should have the right to live. Children's lives
You don't
should
support it, so
not
you shouldn't
be
have one.
snuffed
But how
out.
does any other woman choosing to
Well,
do
it
whatever
does
she wants to
impact
do with
me.
her body? How does
It's
it
not her
directly
body.
impact you? It is her body.
It's not her body. The
It is
fetus
her
is not her
body.
body. Do you know
It
that the
is her
fetus has its
body.
own DNA structure?
It is her body.
Do you know that the
So how
fetus has
does
its
it
own DNA
directly
structure?
how does it directly
Do
impact
you
you?
know that the fetus
How
has its
does it
own DNA
directly
structure?
impact
Because
you?
it's because I care about children. I don't want children to be unalived. It saddens me. So it literally impacts me. And the fetus is not her body.
It
It's
literally
not.
doesn't.
It does affect me. It's children being unalived and it affects me in a negative way. It keeps me up at night knowing that women are legally able to unalive their children without just cause.
That's no. Okay, so I've
Yes.
never had an abortion, right? I don't have to agree with abortion to agree with the fact that everyone has the right to make whatever decisions they want to make with their body because
Yeah,
it
yeah,
doesn't
I
have an
agree with
impact
you.
on me.
I agree with you. Do what you want with your body, but not at the expense of another human life. So, given the fact that the fetus is a separate human life, a separate human being that is growing and needs the mother to reach a certain level of maturity before they can survive on their own, the mother shouldn't have the right to unalive them. Just like if the dad doesn't want the baby, the dad can't force the mother to get an abortion, but it's part of his body that is in there, right? Just like her part of her body is in the fetus as well. She's the only one that has the legal right to unalive her children. It should not be legal. It should be banned.
I disagree. Are you aware that because of the abortion bans in some states, there was a 12-year-old child who was outside in her front yard and she was raped by a neighbor. She didn't even know how babies were made. She didn't know what was happening to her body, and she wasn't allowed to get an abortion. Do you have
So I'm gonna
exemption?
so I'm gonna ask you something. A little girl's body was forced upon, and then you want her to endure another instance where her body is
You
being
want her
forced
to
upon?
raise her rapist baby?
She doesn't have to raise it. She can give it up for an adoption.
You want
Let
her
her give it
to
up for
go through
adoption.
with birthing her rapist
What do you mean
baby?
go through with it? It's a natural biological process. When you become pregnant, you deliver the baby.
That's actually what you're saying is actually disgusting.
You're the one here saying that you're using children to justify unaliving children.
No,
You have no moral grounds to judge me.
because of the abortion
You can't
bans,
tell
because of the
you can't
abortion
judge me.
bans, because of
You
the
can't judge
abortion
me. You have
bans,
no moral
because of
ground to
the
judge me.
abortion bans,
When abortion bans.
because of the
When
abortion
abortion
bans,
bans.
a
When
13-year-old child
abortion
was
bans.
forced to give birth
When
to her
you can't
rapist
force
baby.
anybody to give birth. Birthing is a natural biological process. It's something
Do
that's
you have
natural. You
children?
can't force
Do you
birthing.
have children?
I have 5 children with 7 different men.
So do you have daughters?
Me, I have 3 daughters by 5 different men.
So God forbid one of your children, God forbid, I wouldn't wish this on anyone,
If
was
my
raped.
daughter was raped and I found out, if she kept it because of shame, right, that she kept it to herself that she was raped, and I found out, I would raise that baby as my own. I would say to her, forget that you ever had this child. It's my child now, right? I will raise it. I've done this before. My sister was SA'd and I raised my nephew. It's a human life. That human life is as precious as my daughter's. That human life is as precious as my son. Just because of the way that a human is created doesn't mean that that human should be treated any less. As a black woman, you should know this. We were considered, less human. We were considered clumps of cells, right? We were considered anything other than a human life. I know you're here advocating for the same atrocities that befell our ancestors to befall on children. It befuddles me.
First of all, WWE, you're absolutely correct. The math certainly does not math. I'm advocating for everyone to have the right to do whatever the fuck they want to do with their own body.
Do not curse on my life.
Yes, that's what I'm advocating for, because it's not my place to dictate what anyone else does with their body.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Because
Except the fetus is not the mother's body. Except the fetus is not the mother's body.
To know that it's not my
Everybody should have the right to their body, just like the fetus should have the right to their body without the mother impeding on their rights, because they can't verbalize that they don't want to be impeded upon. I am sure that if fetuses could talk, they would say, "Mommy, don't do this to me, mommy. Mommy, don't do this to me, mommy." They would scream and say, "Mommy, let me live." Just because somebody doesn't have the voice, just like how we were enslaved. We didn't have any voice. Nobody cared about us. Because what? We were considered less human, just like how you consider the fetus, yes, less human. Just like how the slave master used to say, "You're my property. I do with you what I will." And now you're here as a black woman, as an former enslaved, generation, advocating for the same atrocity. I don't understand it. It always befuddles me when black women advocate for abortion.
I'm advocating.
You're advocating for the same atrocities that befall us and our ancestors to befall unborn children.
I'm advocating
Advocate for women to make better decisions.
Advocate
for women to make better decisions. You guys always want to use the less than 2% of abortion statistics and reason for abortion.
For women to make whatever decision.
Advocate for women to make better choices.
Don't tell me what to advocate for.
Yeah. Then don't tell me what to support. It's not your body. The fetus is a separate human entity. It's not your body. You can't dictate what another human life is supposed to do. So if you really cared about human life and people having the bodily autonomy, advocate for the baby to be born to decide whether or not they want to be here. That's what you should do.
If you really cared about human life,
I'm sure you had something important to say. I'm sure it was very important. Mm-hmm.
Hello.
Hi, good day. Do you mind stating your age for Tickety Talk?
I'm 18, and I was also going off what you were saying, because I am a teen mother myself, and what I saw her doing was using rape as basically a justification for women basically just giving their babies. I can understand now rape that is an excuse, because that happened to me too, but I didn't pay evil with evil and give my baby away or even get an abortion. Now, I don't care what a woman does with her body. That's my whole thing. I don't care about what a woman does with their body, but it's really it's really about how do I say this? Like, it's
not her body. At the end of the day, if you want to do with your body what you will, right, kudos to you. But at the end of the day, it shouldn't be at the expense of another human life. So if you want to go out and party and enjoy your life and you don't want to be tied down, that shouldn't give you the right to unalive another human life. Imagine, especially in the black community, we need our numbers up. We cry about racism every single day, oppression. If we had a majority, if we were half the population of the US, do you think that the discrimination would be as advanced as it is right now? We've unalived so many black men, black women that could have grown up to be great advancement for our community, for our people, right? I don't understand it. The children should live. Just
Right?
because of the way that the child came in doesn't mean that the value of the child or the value of life is less significant.
I agree with that. I agree because I'm a mother myself, and that's how my child was conceived. So
I'm so
I don't
proud of you.
think.
I'm sorry, sister. I'm so proud of you. And may God bless you and your baby and sustain you and provide for you for the next years to come, right? Without fail, sister. I'm so proud of you. Like, you don't even understand. I'm so proud of you, sister. God bless you.
I appreciate it. But can I ask you this one question? And hear me out. The reason why I ask because that's all I hear from women, other women saying, "Oh, well, what if she was raped?" It's never that, "Oh, well, this woman laid down irresponsibly and had this child." All I hear is that's the main excuse. So now they always use this also. Hear me out. They always use the excuse that, what if she can't carry the baby because she has health issues? How do you feel about that? Like,
Those health issues, let me tell you something. Pregnancy is a natural biological process. If health issues arises, right, there are certain means where the doctor can take to sustain the life of the child and then remove the child and then treat your ailment, right? I know women that have found out that they had breast cancer and were asked to do, chemotherapy, and we're like, no, allow the child to grow up to a certain gestation and then we can do what we need to do, right? They refuse to abort. These medical necessities that they say are in need for an abortion, they don't exist. They don't. Trust me, they don't. There's always a way to allow the child to live. There's always a way. And if you need more insight on this, you can message me. I'll tell you what I do and what I'm studying, right? Currently, for a medical abortion that is a medical necessity, those type of abortions are typically long-term, late-term abortions. So those type of abortion would take typically 2 to 3 days just for the prepping. So if it were really a medical necessity or a medical emergency, you wouldn't need to have the mother be prepped for 2 to 3 days to perform this abortion. It's all lies. I can give you instances. You can DM me and I will literally send you some instances, right? They're liars. They typically find out that the baby has some kind of developmental problems or some kind of deformities, and then they don't want the child. That's what they do. Wickedness.
okay, and well, my last question is about the transgender women. Do you personally believe that transgender women should be, allowed in female spaces? I'm not saying
No, no,
because we all know the
no,
definition of a woman. And they
no.
try to use their dictation and say that a woman,
They're men. I'm not even going to use females because all females are women. All women are females. Men should use men's restroom. I don't care what the man has done to his body. I don't care what the man wears. The men should use men's only spaces and women should use women's only spaces. I don't play that game, right? And did you know that over the past couple of years since they've introduced men into women's sports, almost 9,000 medals were stolen from women and given to men? Almost 9,000. Can you imagine your daughter getting up early mornings to train and practice for her respective field, right? Thinking that I'm going to make a great impact, I'm going to make my mother proud, and being snuffed out of her hard work by a man that failed at being a man and couldn't compete amongst his peers. All men should use men's only spaces and allow women who are adult human females to use women's spaces.
not even gender neutral. I feel like, see me, I'm a part of the LGBTQ myself. And my whole thing is I have no problem against trans women, but some trans women feel like they have the right, they cannot experience womanhood. Oh, you can't. It's not some cosplay. And gender, I know gender and sex are two different things, but my whole problem
No,
is...
it's the same thing. Get out of that mindset, darling.
Sorry,
Gender in medicine is male or female. Gender within our society is male and female. And that's why you have male humans, female humans, male lions, female lions. Those are the genders. And we categorize each species, right, separately. So the human female is called woman. The female lion is called lioness. The female horse is called a mare. You get what I'm saying? So we have names and categorizations for each gender, but gender is definitely biological, male or female. And these men, they're very entitled. The bravado that they have, they how do I say it? It's like they have a sense of entitlement, and the reason why they have that is because they know that they can dominate us. It's the males, it's a male pattern behavior. Anywhere men are, they desire to dominate, rule, right? They're very prideful. So when they go into
like, isn't that a true saying that men are natural predators? Right?
men, exactly, men will tell you this. Men are natural predators, but not in the sense of sexual deviance, but it's their job. It's like something that is innate with them to want to conquer. You get what I'm saying? That's why men are typically the ones essaying.
The
Right?
oppressors,
Right? So even men will tell you, that's why men will tell their daughters, I don't trust this guy. They have an instinct, they know. You get what I'm saying? But not all men are sexual predators, but it's in a man nature to be predatory, right? To want to dominate, to observe, to try to pounce. It's in their nature. Some men go overboard and become sexual deviants because they feed into, it's like, it's their behavioral pattern is formed, right? Into becoming deviants by feeding into corn and all these other stuff. So they become perverted. But most men know it's their nature. That's why anywhere they are, they have that desire to want to dominate. They observe, they're more critical. They know this. You get me? That's why men don't even trust other men, especially around women.
I was saying that too because raising my daughter, she's only 2 months, but raising my daughter, I noticed that like I can't really be a father. Because I said to myself, I can try to be the mother and the father of my child, and now I realize that it's some things that a man can teach my child that I can never even. I don't know.
Exactly.
I can never do. So my whole thing is, I agree to what you said about that whole thing because I had a whole other perspective. Because like me as a teenager, I try to go with everybody else with my body, my choice. Trans women, men belong in female. I'm not saying women because they think that women just cosplay title. So, but I try to fit into the standards, but then again, like I know deep down that it's wrong. Like, and do you personally feel like it's a mental illness? I'm not insulting anybody, but do you feel like that's a mental illness when it comes down to things like
It's in my personal opinion, I think it's demonic possession, because if you know Lucifer in scripture, he comes off across as this hermaphrodite. Big up yourself, Val. He's Baal, right? He's Molech. And he always try to present himself as this intermix or,
tries to
transsexual
talk with
deity.
logic and reasoning?
Can you please wait your turn, bro? Thank you. As I was saying, but other than that, on a scientific aspect, it is a mental disorder. It's a deviation from reality. Because if you can look in the mirror and you can see yourself as a man and then say, I'm not, that's a disassociation from reality. You've created a separate reality from the reality, which is psychosis and delusions, delirium. Right? So that's why I say there's no such thing as T people. It's just men with mental illnesses. They're wearing frocks, dresses. It's just men in dresses. That's all they are. There's no subcategory of women. If you're not an adult human female, you don't fit into the category. You don't fit in there at all. I don't even call them T women. I call them men in dresses. End of story. I'm not giving my title to no dude. None. But thank you for coming up. I'm gonna tussle with these people for a little bit. But as I said, sister, I'm so proud of you for being a woman, because women don't want to be women anymore, unfortunately. But thank you for being a woman and taking, care of your baby as women do. Thank you, my sister. God bless you.
Okay.
All right. So Stacy and Smokey, please state your age. Good day to you. I hope all is well. Please state your age for TikTok.
I'm 20.
I'm 33.
Awesome. So what are you guys' qualms with the background or anything that I've said prior?
Let's talk about abortion. Let's go with that, because I find what you're saying incredibly. You're a medical professional. Am I wrong in saying that?
Oh, I'm a janitor, but go ahead, continue.
Well, that's not what you said in your past lives. You said you're a nurse. At one point you said you were studying something.
Who told you that?
So you're gaslighting me.
Who said that? Who said that?
You
Who
said
said
that.
that?
You said that. Are you just going to be weird about it? Just say yes or no.
Please just continue with your argument.
But I want to ask if you are a medical professional. You can't state you're a
I'm
medical
a janitor. I am a janitor. You asked me what my profession is, and I said I'm a janitor, and you find it hard to believe me. What do you want me to
say
do?
one thing and then you say another. So of course I'm
Oh,
going to find it hard to believe you.
I say one thing and then another. Okay, just like a man looks in the mirror and say I'm a woman. But continue with the conversation. What do you want to talk about? Go
Well,
ahead.
why do you think abortion's evil? I probably know the answer, but just tell me why.
Yeah, it unalives a baby.
Okay, so my definition of a baby is a baby that's already been born. So are you talking about fetus?
That's the same rhetoric that slave owners used in order to keep
Mom, you're
people slave.
Caucasian. You're Caucasian. Hold on.
I'm Caucasian, but I can still tell him that we're using language that was used before.
Yeah, but they might want to say you're racist. Don't let them pull you in. Use a different argument.
She's not
Use a different
racist.
argument. They might want to label you.
Being
These
dumb.
people are vicious
I
on
don't
this
care to
app.
be labeled, honestly.
He's not
All right, go
racist.
ahead then. Cook
I don't
then.
anymore. What I'm
If
saying
you're
is
not afraid, then go ahead.
abortions only make up, like rape only makes up about 1% of abortions. And I hear that argument so much about, well, if women are raped, they deserve to be able to abort their babies.
Say grape, sister.
I mean, yes, grape, whatever. And that's sensitivity. Like, it's not a sensitive word to me. I understand sensitivity to others. But what I'm saying is, like, we are so hard bent on policing each other, telling each other how to think. We're not looking into no facts. We just saw it on MSNBC, so we assume it's true. And like all the rhetoric that we use in order to support abortion is the same thing that was used in the past.
What? So that justifies you bringing in slavery into this, which I don't think has anything to do with it whatsoever.
It has everything to do with it. The same way that enslaved people were considered not human, right?
And you're saying that a baby
basically
is
led to
less
abortion.
because it's not
It's the same
born.
rhetoric.
Completely different argument.
It's
That's
not
like
a
me,
different
hang
argument,
on,
it's
that's
the
no,
same.
that's like me saying, oh, black people will oppress when it comes to the toilet issue, same as trans people. You would find
But
that
that's a thing. That's a thing. That's a
You would
thing.
find that
That's a
disrespectful.
thing.
So how
There was
come
no
you
special.
can
Hold
add-
on.
you can add that into it?
Black people wanting to use restrooms wasn't asking for special rights. We just wanted human rights. No, a
Use the
man
toilet,
should
same
use
as
the men.
trans people.
Hold on. A man should use the men's restroom. Put it back, babe. A man should use the men's restroom. He shouldn't have special rights to use the women's restroom. That's special rights. Black people were never asking for special rights. We said, let us use the water fountains that everybody use. Let us use the restrooms that everybody use. We didn't ask for special rights to invade other people's
No,
privacy.
you didn't ask for special rights. You asked for human rights.
Exactly. So you
Yeah,
already
the
have
same
human
as trans
rights as a man in a
people.
dress. You already have human rights as a man in a dress, right? You have the right to use the restroom. You're asking for the right to go into other people's spaces and take away their rights. Why shouldn't women have the right to privacy away from men?
I know your view. I know what I was saying is if you're going to bring up race into this argument, don't do it with other things. You consistently tell
sweetie, but
trans
I
people
just
not to do
justify
it.
why
Then
it's
don't
comparable.
Then don't compare the abortion thing with slavery.
I
Those are
already
two
did. What are you
issues
going to do
that
about it?
aren't-
I already did.
No, what I'm saying is that you're a hypocrite. You cannot
Sweetheart,
link
I can't
two
be a
issues.
hypocrite because guess what? Babies need rights. Babies need the right to live. They're not a clump of cells. They're not, subhuman. There are human lives. These are human lives. Right? The same way my
I disagree.
ancestors
I
said,
don't think
we
it's
are
interviewed.
human. We are not animals. Give us human rights. That's what we champion for. So let the fetuses get the right, let the fetuses have human rights as well. And let their human rights not be violated because at the end of the day, it's a human life. It's not comparable to a man wanting special rights to use a women's restroom.
Okay, we can again. I know your thoughts on this. What I was saying is that you are a hypocrite for including black rights when it comes to abortion rights. They are two different things, and
It's the same thing because black people were considered not human. My ancestors were considered not human.
But
It's
that's
the
due to
same
societal
thing.
stigma. I don't think that a fetus is a human because I think it's a parasite. It relies on the
Exactly, and
mother's
that's the same way
nutrients.
your
It is
ancestors thought the
so.
same of my
It is so
ancestors.
different.
That's
It
the
is so
same way
different.
your ancestors taught about my ancestors. So it's equivalent because at the end of the day, it is a human life. If it's a human species and it's alive, it's a human life. If it can grow up to become a human being, it is a human life. What species is the fetus in the mother's womb? It can't be a dog because we can't birth some other species. So it's a human species. It's a human life. So you, the same way your ancestors said about my ancestors, I don't think they're human. Look at their skin. Look at their nose. Look at their lips. They look like chimpanzees. It's the same way now you're saying about the babies. It's the same
Really
way.
not,
You
because I'm
are
not.
literally a
I'm not
colonizer.
discriminating.
You
I'm
are
not
still a
discriminating
colonizer. You
against them
still
for
have the
their
blood of your
race.
colonizer generation.
Are you
I
going to
think
let
that
me
you're the
speak?
type of person, if you could make slavery legal again, you would.
Whoa. Okay. Very bold accusation. Of course, I would never
You
do
would
that.
advocate for slavery to be back again. Yes, just like how you're
No.
advocating to enslave the fetuses in the womb. That's what you want to do with my ancestors again. I believe it. I believe that you would put me back in shackles.
Okay. No, I wouldn't, because that's abhorrent. Of course, I would not want to advocate for slavery. Like, this is wild.
But you're advocating for the enslavement of fetuses. You're saying that they're not human and that they should be treated however way their masters want them to be treated. That's what you're saying.
Their masters, they don't have the concept of being alive.
But they do have the concept of being alive. That's why they grow.
They don't have the concept. Do you remember being
So
in
why
the
do
womb?
they eat? Why do they eat and why do they grow?
They don't. They eat because they are a parasite in the mother's womb.
How can if the fetus is a parasite, what is the mother?
The mother is the host, and she has absolutely
The
every
mother
right to
can't
do
be
what
the
she wants.
host because parasites don't
She is
feed
the
on the
host.
same
She's giving the
species.
baby nutrients.
Parasites don't feed on the same species.
What
So
do
the
you mean?
mother must be queen
What?
parasite. The mother must be queen parasite.
That is monstrous. That is just
Oh, it's not a
outrageous.
monstrosity. If the fetus
It
is a
is.
parasite, parasites don't feed off their own kin. So the mother must be the queen parasite. I don't understand. The mother is a queen parasite. Only parasites birth parasites.
I think you're
A
not
dog
really
can't have a
understanding
cat
this
baby.
isn't
A
an
cow can't have a
analogy.
horse baby. So the mother must be a parasite, therefore breeding parasites. So the
I
mother
don't
is the
think you
queen
get
of
this is an
parasites.
analogy, Shanta. This is an analogy. I don't know if you've
Not,
ever heard of
and
it before.
and I'm using the same analogy. So if the baby
No.
is a parasite, parasites only breed other parasites. So the mother must be the queen of parasites.
Did he actually try to compare a fetus to a parasite?
Yes,
That's
I did,
exactly
Kale.
what he did.
You know what a parasite actually is?
They don't know.
No, you
Oh,
clearly don't,
okay.
because a parasite. That's the same as implying that
It's
any
an
other
analogy,
organism
but of
is
course you guys are
for every other.
going to.
Sorry, would you let me speak? I'm sorry.
No, actually, because I'm discussing this with Shanta, so I don't know why you're here, to be honest. You can wait your turn like I waited for my turn.
He's so sassy.
I am sassy, yeah, I am sassy. You can wait your turn like I waited my turn.
I got accepted onto the live.
Yeah, and I muted myself and waited for that team mum
Yeah,
to
well,
speak to Shanta.
it's worth
So
it.
you can wait your turn.
No,
Wait.
opinion's
So
worth.
you're a man, so your instincts means you can't, accept the word no. So
You're a man as well. Shut up.
I'm biologically female. I'm a trans man, so technically, according
Oh,
to Shanta, I'm
that's why
female.
she's using so much emotion.
You're born.
In it, Shanna. I'm going to use your transphobia.
Smokey,
for
were you
this
born a
And I
woman?
don't promote
for a reason.
transphobia. No transphobia is promoted on my life, ma'am.
Smokey, were you born a woman?
Kale, I've just told you I'm biologically female, so yes. So can you wait your turn, or are you
You are a
incapable
woman.
of listening to a biological woman?
You'll never be a man.
I don't care what you think. Can you please?
Not what I
be
think.
quiet
You
and
don't
let
have the opinion.
this woman talk?
Chromosomes, you will never.
Hold on, everybody. The live does not condone nor contain any transphobia,
I
no
condone-
hateful rhetoric, no hateful ideology or behavior. The live is for educational and entertainment purposes only. There's no hate speech or hateful rhetoric being promoted on the live. Go ahead, continue.
Trans women
So
will.
yeah, can Kale wait his turn whilst I
Will never be women. It's that simple.
Kale, I don't care if you think I'll never be a man.
All right, Kayla, I'm going to drop you and have a conversation with her. You could re-request.
Hey, there you go. Thank you. Jesus, right. Well, what were we saying? Oh, okay. You think a fetus can't be a parasite. I was using an analogy of it being a parasite. No, it is not an actual parasite because they don't feed off the same host. I get that. It's an analogy. A fetus does feed off the mother until 24 weeks, and then it can live by itself.
So does a newborn baby. I don't understand.
Well, you don't have to breastfeed a newborn baby. You can give it formula.
Yeah, but
It can still live
at
in
the
an
end of the day,
incubator as well. It can live by
they
itself.
still need the mothers to live. They still need somebody to depend on and rely on for their growth. Because if you leave them to hunt and forage for themselves, they can't do it. So
But
if
the
you're
point
going to
is
say
they
the
can
fetus
live and
in the
breathe.
womb
They
is a
can breathe
parasite,
by
so is the
themselves.
newborn.
They
Pardon?
are only a parasite until 24 weeks, which is why I am against abortion
They
after
can't be a
24 weeks.
parasite. They can't be a parasite. You
The
just
analogy, Shanta, it's an
I don't need
analogy.
you calling babies parasites. Sorry.
Okay, well, I don't really like what stuff you say, but I'm not going to police your language because you have
I'm not
every right to
policing your
choose the word.
language, but
Well,
just
then
don't call
don't
the
tell me to
baby a
stop
parasite.
Well, I'm not going to stop calling a fetus before 24 weeks a
Well, you can
parasite.
call it a fetus if you want. That's the correct
I'm
name.
going to call it a parasite, and you can call it a fetus. There, win-win.
Ma'am, are you having your menstrual cycle? Are you PMSing right now?
You know, like, if you do realize that's quite a misogynistic thing to say to any person biologically
What do you
female,
mean?
right?
I'm a female.
What,
I
so I'm
PMS
emotional?
too.
I
How
must
is
be
that
on my period if
misogynistic?
I'm
How is that
emotional?
misogynistic to ask if you're PMSing? I'm a female. I
Actually,
PMS too.
actually, it is misogynistic because you're assuming that just because I'm
What
passionate
is
means I'm on my
misogyny? What
menstrual
is
cycle.
misogyny? I've never heard that
The
word before.
hatred of women, Shanta. I think we
So
all
why
know
would
that.
I hate you, ma'am?
Well, I don't know. You seem not very happy yourself. Maybe you hate yourself.
Me hating myself, I love myself. You know what's funny? You're saying that I seem to hate myself, but you're the woman taking testosterone, trying to be
Hey,
anything
I'm
but
happy,
yourself.
Shanta. I'm happy.
Is it
I'm
not rich
happy.
coming from you? That's so rich coming from you. You say that I
Shanta,
hate myself, but you're the one taking
you were
testosterone,
on.
trying to be anything but yourself.
Shanta, you were on live arguing with people all the time. You say you have what, 5 kids? Are you ever with those kids?
I have 5
You're
kids
always
with
on TikTok.
seven different men. No,
Good
babe.
for you, girl.
Oh,
So
look,
why are you on
one of
TikTok
them
all
is
the
here right
time?
here. One of them is here right now. Give mommy a kiss. Hold on. Give mommy a kiss. Mwah. She
Jesus.
can't have
So
one
what, they
because
all
she
just
took
sit in, they all
testosterone
just sit
and
in
twisted her
silence
ovaries.
whilst they just all sit in silence whilst you go on TikTok. Isn't that a bit
Actually, my son, the only son that I have, because I have like 4 daughters, and now they're
I
fathers.
thought you said you had
All
3
of them have
daughters.
2.1 father. But my only son, he doesn't like my company. He says he's a
Hang on, I
man.
thought
I
you
don't
said you
know
had
why.
3 daughters. I thought you said you had 2 daughters.
They,
You said you had 2 daughters.
they identify as gender fluid. Sometimes they're daughters, sometimes they're sons, sometimes they're both. They go by they, them sometimes. You
I
know
think
how
it's
it
very
is.
hard to believe that the things you're saying are even true.
Okay,
Let's
then.
just be real. I
If you
do
don't believe me, I
think.
don't know what to do. I don't know what to do.
Because no, I've seen some of your lives before when I've actually stopped doing adult responsibilities, and like you say different things every time, and I think everybody in the live knows that, and some people love you for it. They think you're an absolute oddball, which you
Oh
are.
my
You are
God.
an oddball.
Oh my Lord, I'm so touched. Oh,
You are. You're a bit odd. You are. You're just a
I
bit odd.
know I'm an anomaly. I appreciate it. But as I was saying, sister, the facts are this: the baby is a baby. A baby is a social category for the offspring, typically of mammals, right? Especially humans. That's just how it is. It's if you call your offspring fetus in the developmental stages, it's just a terminology for your baby at a
Okay,
different
so
gestational stage.
are you against abortion in every sense of the word?
Yes,
Every
I
sense of it.
am. Yes, I
So
am.
you would force your, let's say, 8-year-old daughter to give birth.
How can I force somebody to give birth? Isn't birthing a natural biological process?
Well, yeah, it is, and also you're her parent, so you would have parental consent over her medical care. So yes,
Okay,
you probably could force her to give birth.
hold on. So if my daughter was pregnant, God forbid, right? She was violated and pregnant at 8.
Yeah.
As long as the baby will not end her life, she can have the baby. I'll take care of it.
Okay, so that's still traumatic, either way.
Yeah, and so it's, aborting your child and then growing up and realizing that
No,
you
but then she
aborted
doesn't
your
have to
child.
live for the rest of her life pretending her daughter is her sister, babe.
Well, sweetheart, she doesn't have to. She can go up and go about her business. The baby stays here. If she wants to claim the baby, she can.
But she has
It
to
is what it
forget
is.
about her baby living with you.
She has to forget that she will never forget that she unalived her baby.
No, but she won't
Either.
have to have a constant reminder
But
that's living with
she
her
will have a
mum.
constant reminder that she unalived her baby.
No, she won't, because it won't be
Yes, she
living and
will. Have
breathing,
you seen the
reminding her that
statistics? Have you seen the statistics? Women
what
regret it.
statistics?
The
Women
regret of
regret
women having
abortions.
abortions. Look at the statistic of how many women regret having abortions.
Okay, so off the top of your head, how many women regret having an abortion?
I don't know. Maybe you can Google it. Ask Father Google.
Okay, but you can't state a source and then not remember. That's just disingenuous.
At the youngest female to give birth at Kels was 5. I know that within our society we don't want to acknowledge that these things happen, but darling, I would not be responsible for my daughter knowing that she unalived her baby. Pick up yourself, Nate.
Oh, so
I
instead
will
you're just going
not
to raise
hold
it
on. I'm
as her
speaking to
sister.
somebody.
That's
Kels,
insane.
I will not be held responsible when my daughter grows up and she says, "Mommy, how old will my baby be if I didn't do that? Why did you make me do that?" I can't live with that. I know cases like this. I
Okay, so
know
you
cases
can
like
live.
I'm
You
speaking.
can live with her as your daughter,
Else,
though,
I
bro.
know cases like this, and the daughters, they hate their moms
What?
because they are now infertile.
What is this? What?
I
So
know
abortions
cases
make
like
you
this.
unfertile? So abortion makes you unfertile since when?
Oh my God.
Since when? No, explain it to me. Clearly,
Oh
I'm
my
I'm
Lord.
lacking knowledge somewhere.
Maybe you can Google it if abortion can cause a woman to suffer from infertility.
I would like
Google
to
it.
know.
I just said that yes, it does happen.
Okay, and how does that happen?
I don't know. Maybe you can Google it to see.
Okay, but I want to know you and why you.
I
think
don't
that.
know. I don't know. I'm a janitor. I don't know these things.
We all know you're not a janitor, Santa. Santa? Oh my
How
god!
do
I
you
just
know
called
that I'm not
Santa.
a janitor? How do you know that?
Well, you say different things each time. I'm bloody here,
But I'm
Santa.
telling you, I'm a janitor. Maybe you can Google it and educate both of us. Educate both of us.
Babe, I don't have a medical degree, so that you claim to have, because you do claim to have a
I
medical
said
degree.
I'm a janitor.
And
I don't know why.
sometimes you say you're a
What is
doctor.
who me?
Yeah, you.
I say I'm a doctor when?
Where? Well, you just said that you were doing a study about what, 2 minutes ago?
Whoa. Oh my Lord. Bless her heart. Bless her heart. I don't know what's going on with these people, but there's a lot of things going on. I don't know if she's okay, Viking Balor. I don't know, because she
No,
says I said these
I'm
things.
fine.
I don't know what's going on. Maybe it's the voices that told her that she's a man.
Oh,
Maybe
are
they're
you
telling her
claiming
that
I'm schizophrenic now?
I
That's
don't claim
interesting.
anything. Smokey, take care of yourself, ma'am. I can't do this. You
Okay,
seem very
bye. I'm gonna
special.
live my life.
Yeah, she seems very, very special. I can't help her. Guys, remember, there is no bullying or harassment being perpetuated on this live. No one was bullied. No one was harassed. There was no hate speech or hateful behavior displayed on this live. This live is for educational and entertainment purposes only. Right? That's all it was. Okay? That one keeps coming back. Oh, Lord. Bless her heart. Cozy, do you want to come up, Cozy? You seem very much against this. It seems so, Franz. Guys, remember, this live doesn't perpetuate or allow hate speech, hateful behavior, hateful rhetoric, or ideology, nor harassment or bullying. We don't promote that, nor do we perpetuate it. The live is for educational and entertainment purposes only. If you disagree with the prompt, you're free to request and come up and have a conversation. If you believe that abortion is healthcare, you're free to come up. If you believe that trans women are women, you're free to come up. If you believe that cis is not a slur, you're free to come up. If you believe that being born trans is not a choice, feel free to come up. We're here to educate each other. All right? That's all we're here for. Big up Dominique and thank you for the sub, darling. Imagine paying money to get bots on a person's account. Could never be me. Oh my lord. Oh, not Smokey requesting again. Smokey, why are you requesting again, ma'am? Multi, I'll let you in. Multi, I'll let you in. Come on up, Multi. They don't care. They know Viking. They just don't care. For some reason, they're heartless. Why can't I let you in? I want to chat with you, not Smokey. Come on up. Let's chat it up. Why would I want you up? You're saying things that never happen. I fear that you may need help.
I'm
Okay,
back.
Multi. Hi, good day. State your age.
Babe, I literally gave you my
I
age.
don't
20 minutes
remember
ago.
conversing with you. Can you please state your age, please, for TikTok?
Nah, for real, girl. Come on.
Please state your age for TikTok.
Bruh. 20, right. Okay.
Okay, awesome. How can I help you?
Oh, wait. Have you just, like, completely disassociated? That's impressive.
How can I help you?
How can you... Well, I mean, do you want to have the same exact discussion again?
No, I would rather not.
So you do remember?
Huh?
Oh? Come on.
Is there any other topic that you would like to discuss?
Ooh, fine. Is being trans a choice? No, it's not.
Have they identified a particular gene?
No, but there is studies to show that there is differences in neurotransmitter activity amongst trans brains.
Smokey is a tranny. Smokey is a tranny.
Yeah, I know. What? Is this news? Oh my goodness, I am so offended right now. Yeah, I know. Anyways, yeah, we found.
Hold
studies
on, I
that-
gotta get the disclaimer. Felix, behave.
Oh,
Behave,
no.
Felix. Listen, there was no transphobia being perpetuated on this live. No hateful rhetoric or
no
ideology.
transphobia here. Yep, totally. No transphobia
Right?
here.
No transphobia was
Yeah.
perpetuated on this live. Nobody was harassed or bullied.
No
All
one,
right? The
absolutely
live is
not. I
for
was not
educational.
harassed.
Can you hush? Let me finish.
Oh,
The
sorry.
live is for educational and entertainment purposes only. Right? Nobody was harassed or bullied. All right, go ahead.
Well, as I just said, there are studies to show that there is differences in neurotransmitter activity in trans people's brains.
And what did these studies point out? What did they say? I don't understand what neurotransmitters are. What did they say in the study?
Sorry,
in
I
layman's
forgot you're
terms?
apparently a janitor, right? So, like, you're
Yes,
apparently
I am.
really stupid,
I
isn't
don't
it?
know those
Yeah.
words. Yeah, go
I
ahead.
know
Tell
them.
us what they meant.
Neurotransmitters. Well, obviously, I'm not no new neurobiologist, but from what I know, neurotransmitters are basically the connections in your brain that fire different signals.
Oh, and what did the study say those signals fired that would render them to be
There's an
female?
area in the brain which I don't know the name of because I'm not a scientist. See, I'm less qualified than you. I'm a university student. I'm not even a janitor, you see.
See, you're so educated. Go ahead. Tell us what the study said in layman's terms.
In what, sorry?
In layman's terms. Go ahead.
There's a part of the brain that we have found in trans women and trans men that are bigger and smaller, comparable to that of a biological woman or a biological man. And the neurotransmitters fire differently in that region.
Can you tell us where in the brain that is? I want to look it up.
I can't tell you. I can send you some studies though. I can't
Because
tell
from
you
what I
exactly
know,
what they
from
are.
what I know in neurology, there's no female brain or male brain. So
No,
this is
there isn't a
news to
female or
me.
male brain, but the brain is structured. So you're right in terms of there's no definite male or female brain, but there are
Yeah,
parts of the
and
brain, or one part of
the brain structure is why it's created based on if you're male or female in utero. So for a female to have a developmental part of their brain or any category of their brain that is, equivalent to that of a male, it is neurologically impossible.
But it's not. We found studies to suggest that in
Exactly.
trans
Can you
women.
name me the study? I'll look it up right now.
Hang on, I'll get it myself if you want to fill some silence.
Go ahead and get it, sister. We're waiting on you.
Yeah, well, it's going to be awkward if so. Do you want to, I don't know, do a dance or something? Entertain your audience?
No. I do the cha-cha slide in your punani.
That's
Don't you say
very
you're
gay
a
of you,
man?
Shanta.
Maybe you can father my children, you manly man, you. So
No
strong.
thanks. Oh, Shanta, you flirting with me now?
I am Melanie. Didn't you say you're a man? I love all men. Melanie, good day. How old are you?
18.
And what are your thoughts, Melanie?
I don't think transgender is a choice.
What year were you born, Melanie, for TikTok purposes?
2006.
Okay. Not Felix, Smokey here says that males have female pattern brain development. But that is impossible. There's nothing in science that collaborates that, because in the brain's development in utero, it's certain hormones that are distributed that helps, to develop the brain, like testosterone, certain genes, the SRY gene that helps to develop the male chromosomes and the male makeup. So it is impossible biologically, right, or neurobiologically, for a male to have that development of a female. So I don't know what studies Sister Smokey is gonna find, but I'm sure it's something, of pseudoscience rhetoric.
Yeah.
Okay, I've got it.
Go ahead, Smokey.
So, as I said, there is not a female or male brain, and I didn't say it was exact in terms of trans women having the exact female brain. But I think the study I'm probably going to show to you, and it's the study on, hang on, you'll probably know it. Brain sex in transgender women is shifted towards gender identity. And you'll probably know how they're in between. So they're not exactly
didn't that study also say, like, before, like, maybe 10 lines before you reach the bottom, it said that, like, the brains of men who identify as trans were still that of a cis man? I don't understand.
No, the graph. The graph shows that.
Yeah, but the graph shows more similarities with that of a cis man. If you look at it carefully.
It shows that there are, obviously they are more similar to cisgender men, but they are not exact.
But that's the thing, because the same study was done on gay men who didn't identify as trans, and it showed the same thing. But even in that graph, it showed that the brain pattern is more similar to that of a normal man than it is a woman. Mind you, there are certain differences because the brain adapts to the environment and how you behave, right? Certain parts of the brain, all right, like certain parts of the brain helps you with your behavioral patterns, right? So a boy sees how men navigate society and they understand that, okay, this is how I'm supposed to be. So with men who rely more on femininity, their brains will align more, right, with femininity. So that's why a lot of men that are gay, they attach themselves to women because societally that's what they feel more comfortable with. So that's what the study showed, right? With their brains,
I'm not disagreeing
liking
with you.
or favoring femininity. So that's the part of the brain that align more with women.
I am not disagreeing with you, but the whole topic is being trans as a choice, right? Clearly, this study suggests that this isn't a choice.
If a man takes more testosterone and starts doing more manly things, his brain will favor more manly things, right?
But that's not what's
he starts
shown.
going into the gym.
That's not what's shown on here.
But that's what's shown on there because their brains adapted to femininity. That's what the study showed.
That's not true at all.
But that is true, Smokey. Because the same study showed the same thing for gay men who didn't identify as trans.
I don't know if that's completely correct because this is a study.
You can look it up. You can look it up. Don't take my word for it.
This is a transgender study on, and I'll I'll admit.
Yeah.
This was done after hormone replacement therapy. So, of course, there's going to be
sweetheart,
alterations.
but sweetheart, you got to understand, even the study debunked itself by saying that, their brains align more with quote unquote cisgendered men than it did with women. So you got to understand, if it is that their brain were that of female, it wouldn't align with the male brain. Right? That's what I'm saying. It's like an oxymoron. Let's be honest. Smokey, be honest with yourself. If their brains were that of a female, it wouldn't have any type of alignment with that of a man.
Well, I don't. Again, you can talk. Are you talking about structure? Or are you talking about social behavior?
But that's the thing. The part of the brain that illuminated, that had more similarities with the female, was the part in which the behavior is formed, right? Behavioral pattern is formed. All right, you guys can block Bobby. He says been reporting. But Bobby, why are you reporting? I thought you said Trump. So how are you reporting the live? You said you're stand for Trump, but I think Bobby think that I'm in support. Poor Bobby. Oh Lord. Poor Bobby, poor Bobby.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Do you believe in gender dysphoria?
I believe in body dysmorphia.
Yeah. Because if you're a transgender woman, you are bio male, but your brain, kind of wants to be female, you know what I mean? And I don't really know how to explain it.
But that's the thing. Your brain wanting something doesn't make you something. So if your brain is behaving in a way that, she left. If your brain is behaving in a way that is outside of reality, there's something wrong, and you need psychiatric help.
And with your, I obviously disagree, but I know I'm not going to change your opinion.
Robin King, you will be up in 1 minute. I'm just finishing this off, and then you can come right up. Just give me 1 minute.
Okay, if you think that being trans is a choice, do you then agree that being mentally ill is a choice if you believe trans people are mentally ill?
That's the thing. So if you have a mental disorder, it's not your choice. Choosing to not get medical care, right, to alleviate the delusions or the psychosis, right, is your responsibility. That's your choice. So if I'm having symptoms of schizophrenia, right, and delusions of grandeur, and I don't take the necessary steps to get antipsychotic medications and intense psychotherapy, that's my own responsibility. So if a man looks in the mirror or looks at his visage and thinks, I shouldn't be this way, and not acknowledge the fact that this is in fact disillusion, that's his responsibility. Him wanting to take the necessary steps to take cross-sex hormones or surgical procedures is a choice.
Okay, so do you then understand that healthcare is very difficult to come by, and intense psychotherapy and antidepressants cost money, especially in America, and people can't access it?
Oh, you know that cross-sex hormones are more expensive, and these surgeries that they undertake are even more expensive than getting a therapist.
Maybe, but there's some trans people who don't even access that. So answer my question. Do you acknowledge that there are people who can't get that treatment anyway? Exactly,
and that's why the funding that is being used to do with transgender studies. Guys, can you block Jay, sir? Block Jay, sir. He's reported and spam in the comment section. So that shows that, no, I'm the only one, Robin King, doing these lives. I'm doing one-on-one with guests that disagree. So what our government should do is open up back, insane asylums, okay?
Right.
And the funding being done to help perpetuate something that is untrue.
Oh, she blocked? What? Okay. Babe, you're muted.
The funding, a message came in. The funding that is going in to to fund, something that is surely a disillusion, should go into giving these people, the psychiatric help that they need to alleviate the delusions rather than affirming it. So put the monies back into, therapy, insane asylums, getting the good therapists to deal and aid these people in their disillusions.
But wouldn't you've just described be considered conversion therapy?
Actually, it's the opposite. It's deconversion therapy, because conversion therapy is telling a man, yes, you are a woman. Yes,
No,
you are. That
conversion
takes more
therapy is telling
effort than
someone,
affirming the
no,
truth.
you are never no, conversion therapy, for instance, in terms of being gay, is convincing that person they are straight either because
Exactly. So if you are trying to convince a man that he's a woman, right, affirming is psychosis, then that's conversion therapy.
so you are
You're just
pro-conversion
and
therapy.
it's wicked, because because these men are just gay men for all intended purposes. So it's still conversion therapy. It's you telling a gay man that he's not gay. It's the same thing. Just like you would tell him, oh, you aren't gay. It's just, this, that, this, and the third. You're telling a gay man, oh, you aren't gay. You're a woman. It's conversion therapy. But this one has even more ramifications, because they're left with a body that is in need of medical assistance for the rest of their lives.
Okay, first of all, that's not entirely true for all trans
That
people.
is entirely true.
No, it's not. It's not, because I know the testosterone I take, if I come off it, I will not need to.
How long have you been on testosterone?
I've been on testosterone nearly 3 years.
And the doctor told you that you will not need hormonal regulations if you stop?
Well, obviously, no. Obviously, if I wanted to detransition, then I'd have to take estrogen. However, that's not going to happen because
And do you know that your hormones right now, after 3 years of testosterone use, has severely damaged your hormone levels and created an imbalance? And you would need literal hormone replacement for the rest of your life.
First of all, no. I check in with an
Okay.
endocrinologist every.
And
what
the endocrinologist
is,
never told you anything of this sort?
No, the endocrinologist makes sure my hormones are balanced in a safe range so that I don't undergo organ damage. Of course, I don't think you understand, right? That everybody's different on testosterone.
Yeah, maybe the next Daily Vibe, maybe the next 3 years. I think after 5 years it starts to kick in. Maybe she's in the safe zone now. But after 3 years, I'm sure, hold on, sweetie. But after 3 years, Daily Vibe, I'm sure that there are certain changes, especially to her uteruses, that have taken place at the moment. But go ahead, I'm
Okay, why are
sorry.
you
Go
so
ahead.
concerned? Why are you so concerned about my uterus? I want to not have a uterus. I'm planning to get it removed. So what's your point here? I'm fine with it damaging my uterus because I don't need it. I don't want it. So what's your point?
Don't worry about it. You will have it in a little bit.
Okay, so what? You're just going to act as if I'm going to be in impending doom? Okay, I know that I am fit and healthy. I know that.
Oh, you're
yes,
fit
of
and
course,
healthy after taking 3 years of taking cross-mixed hormones.
So are biological men who take testosterone as a substitute. They are also healthy. I don't see what your point is.
What you said?
What is your point here?
I didn't hear what you were saying. I wasn't listening. I'm sorry. Say it again.
So you're saying that I've gone through horrific damage and that I'm not healthy because I take testosterone. Yet there are biological men who also take testosterone.
Are men supposed to have testosterone? High levels of testosterone?
Yes, men are meant to have high levels of testosterone.
Okay. And even though men are supposed to have high levels of testosterone, what does testosterone use does to the man's physical?
What do you mean testosterone use just the physical? What are you talking about?
Ask what does testosterone use, right? Does to the man's physical. Just do you know? Have you asked your endocrinologist?
No, because I don't have obviously I do not have a sausage. So what's your point here?
Did you know that testosterone use also had as adverse effects on males?
Yes, it can cause impotence. What's your point? I don't own a penis.
And
What's
what
your point?
else? And what else?
It can make it shrink. What's your point?
So if men are supposed to have those heightened levels of testosterone, right? And they're men, and it does, if they take it, right, in a medical form, it
talking
can
about
do damage. It can cause damage to their bodies.
No, you're
What do you
talking
think
about
it does to the
steroid
female?
use.
What do
You're
you
talking
think
about
it does to female? What do you think it does to females?
What do you think? Yeah, are you talking about bottom growth? I have bottom growth. What's your point?
And what do you think it does to your ovaries?
Oh, it can cause them to become. It can stop. I know that. I haven't had a period
What
in
and
years.
distort it? And what do you think it does to your vaginal lining?
Oh, it absolutely destroys it, and I'm fine with that because I don't want
Okay,
it.
so you're acting as if you taking it doesn't have severe medical consequences. And do you know when these things happen?
That's not severe. That's not severe.
It's not
Sandra.
severe.
No,
You're
it's
telling
not.
me that your uterine lining thinning isn't severe.
No,
You're
not
telling
to-
me that the
not to
distortion
me.
of your uterus
Not
and
to
your
me.
ovaries is not severe. You're telling me that cancerous growths and cells forming on your body isn't severe.
I am going to get. I am going to get my uterus removed. What's the point? What are you talking
Whoa.
about?
How old are you? How old are you, Smokey?
I'm 20. What's your point?
Okay. No point, darling. As long as you understand that these things are going to happen,
It was read out
and
to
you
me that
resigned yourself to just taking it all out, good on you. But it doesn't stop you from getting certain risk of cancers.
I smoke.
So-
I'm going to get cancer if I smoke. Everybody does bad things that can give them cancer. If you eat a
as I
McDonald's,
said,
you're
this is why
going
I
to get
say,
cancer.
guys,
What
this is
your
why I
point?
say, hold on, sweetie. This is why I say that it needs to be treated with intense psychotherapy.
That's
Right,
just-
it needs to be
no.
because you hear what she's saying. This is total disassociation from reality, right? This is what you call psychosis.
Okay, yeah. As someone who has family members with psychosis, I think this is quite.
And that's why, and you probably have it as well. This is why a new
No,
study
I've
that
been assessed,
there was a study.
Shanta.
Hold on,
No, I'm going to speak.
hold
You can't
on,
accuse me of
ma'am,
having
hold on.
psychosis.
There was a study that was done on people who identify as trans, and it showed that a lot of them have underlying mental illnesses, schizophrenia, bipolar disorder.
I've been checked for
did-
schizophrenia, Shanta. I don't have schizophrenia.
Mhm.
I am regularly in contact with a therapist. I have complex personality, complex PTSD. I have autism and I have ADHD. I am not schizophrenic.
Yeah, so you're
I know that.
you're the regular candidate. So that's why I'm saying.
There is a
That's
link
why it
between
should be
autism and
banned
trans.
because there
I'm
are
not gonna
other
I'm not gonna
underlying
dispute
medical. Hold on, sweetie. I'm not talking to you. That's why I think it should be barred because, as I said before, there is always an underlying mental health issue with these people. That these
what, you don't
people
think-
that are.
you think-
Hold on, ma'am.
You think people who are mentally ill shouldn't advocate for themselves and what they feel? That's
Yes,
pretty...
and you guys should be treated with intense psychotherapy. That's why I said they need to open up mental
I've had
asylums.
intense psychotherapy. I am still
And
stands.
that could not be intense psychotherapy if you were affirmed.
My mum is a mental health professional, and she put me in a private practice for intense psychotherapy.
Oh, your mom is a psych nurse.
What? No, my mum specializes in personality disorders. So
And your mom allowed you to transition?
No, I was 18, so I was an adult. She didn't allow me. I did it.
Exactly, because she understood that you were having psychological problems.
No.
Does she support you transitioning?
Yes, she's very she.
Can you put your mother on? I'd like to speak with her.
I'm at university. I don't live with my mother, Shanta, so no.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm getting a degree, so I don't live with my mum, no. But she does.
You're getting a degree, okay.
Yeah.
I'll give you a cookie.
Thank you. Can I just say that I have been assessed for multiple psychiatric disorders. I used to be very vulnerable as a child. I have had many
Ma'am,
medications.
you're affirming everything that I've been saying.
I don't
And that's why I
no,
say,
I'm actually disaffirming it.
sweetheart, you can't disaffirm it when you've attested to having behavioral and mental illnesses other than the dysphoria that you claim to have experienced.
No, I have had all the therapy you have suggested to combat being trans, and I am
Ma'am,
still
you
trans.
can't have the therapy that combat being trans if
I
you
have had
were
psychotherapy.
affirmed.
The one thing you said that should happen.
The psychotherapy that you've had were affirmations, sweetie.
No, they weren't. It was nothing to do with me being trans.
What did
It
the
was about
therapist ask you? Can you tell me the question the therapist asked you?
What do you mean? I've had years of therapy. Do you want me to go through my
Yeah,
whole
can you give me
file?
5 of the questions that the therapist asked you during these sessions?
Okay. On a scale of 1 to 10, how likely do you want to hurt yourself? On a scale of 1 to 10, how likely are you to carry out with your thoughts? Why do you have these thoughts? Is there anything from your past that has caused you to feel this way?
And what
Why
from
are
your
you...
past that caused you to feel that way?
I'm not going to disclose that on a live full of 1.7k people.
Okay, so I'm gonna allude to something. You can remain quiet. So were you SA'd?
What?
Were you SA'd?
What has that got anything to do with anything?
Can you answer the question yes or
I'm
no,
not going
please?
to answer that. That is very
All right, so
personal.
that's it. So that's why they should not have given you the permission to cross over, because you are suffering, right? Hold on, ma'am.
No.
Hold on, ma'am. You're suffering from body dysmorphia. You have a repulsion to your body because it was violated, right, without your consent. And when you look at yourself as a female, you're repulsed, and psychologically you have PTSD at looking at your visage because you think that it's because you were a female that this happened to you, and that if you were a man, this would not have happened. So that's why I'm saying there should not be any affirmation. Thank you for coming up. I'm sorry that happened to you.
You're wrong.
Sure. So this is what I'm saying. There's always underlying mental health issues. So what she's experiencing is body dysmorphia. Her visage as a female repulses her because she was violated by a male. And she blames herself because she thinks it's because she was a female. So the sight of her female anatomy reminds her of, gives her PTSD of what happened to her. Sure, Smokey. Sure, Smokey. Stop lying. Stop lying, ma'am. I'm sorry that happened to you. Yes, it's all in the mind. I removed her, okay, sir, because she's lying. She said she suffers from PTSD, okay? Going into the sessions. That means what happened to her before she transitioned. I don't like liars. Big ups to everybody in the chat. These takes make you less of a person. Rabbit, that's not an insult coming from you. If anybody from the alphabet cult says to me, you're not a good person, you knowing what a woman is makes you not a good person. That's not an insult. I'm sorry. That's a compliment. So thank you. And remember, nobody was harassed or bullied on this platform. This live is for Tay, do you mind coming up and explaining to me why it's not a slur? Thank you. Big up, Flexi. Tay, do you mind coming up and explaining to me why it's not a slur, please? Remember, nobody will be bullied on this platform. This live is for educational and entertainment purposes only. All right? There's no bullying or harassment, no transphobia, no homophobia, no hateful rhetoric, ideology, or behavior. No bigotry, bullying, or harassment will be condoned or tolerated on this live. If you disagree with the prompt, you're free to come up. Tay. Okay, no problem, Tay. Thank you, TT. If anybody disagrees with the prompt, oh, thank you, Jay. If anybody disagrees with the prompt, exactly, Nesrits. Exactly. If you disagree with the prompt, you're free to come up. If you disagree with the rhetoric that I've been speaking on this live, you're also free to come up and have a conversation. Oh my goodness, Funny Bone, big up yourself. And for the people going to my platform and leaving comments, all right? Why would you see me on live and then you leave the live and then you go to my page and leave spam? Don't do that. I'm here to speak with you. All right, we're going to restart. I'll be right back. We're going to restart. I'll come right back. Make sure you follow.